All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between the Pulpit Rock Brewing Company, and they are out of Decorah, Iowa, and the Dimensional Brewing Company, and they are out of Dubuque, Iowa, and the Marto Brewing Company, and they are out of Sioux City, Iowa, and this is their Alle Sammen. So, they are calling this one a barrel-aged stout wine that is aged on 3 different varieties of vanilla. It comes in at 12% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This bottle is just under 6 months old. I'm going to give a huge thanks, a shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Sierra Hotel, for this beer. So absolutely huge thanks to him for this one. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with. And Sierra Hotel has hooked me up with so many amazing beers over the past, I'd say, year, almost year. Like it's been like 10 or 11 months. And his last box in late December of last year was absolutely absurd. And this is the last beer from said box that I am reviewing. Did I save the best for last? Yes, maybe. I hope so. So this is a collaboration between 3 Iowa breweries. They have a little spiel here on the side. It says, collaboration with our friends at Dimensional Brewing and Marto Brewing Company, a stout wine from a 23-month barley wine blended with a 26-month imperial stout, then rested on vanilla from Brazil, Comoros, and Tanzania. So pretty crazy beer as a whole. And I did cut a little bit into the wax here to see if I can crack this open. Let's hope I can, because this wax was pretty thick. Yeah, I got it. So I have been telling Sierra Hotel I'm going to review this at some point. I've been, considering maybe, saving it to potentially share, but I was like, you know what, it's time to just drink it. So, it's almost 6 months old. Let's get into it. Let's see if there's anything on the cap underneath. No, it's just a plain cap. We'll throw this over here, throw this off camera. And as I do that, mess everything up. Anyway, let's give this a pour and see what we got going on. Oh my God, that looks like fucking, like motor oil. I don't think I'm going to be able to generate a head. No, there's no way. You know what? Fuck it. I'm drinking this entire thing tonight. YOLO. I was going to be like, oh, let me just leave a little bit. No, fuck that. We're drinking this entire thing. I'm not bullshitting you. Let's get a little bit of a cheat. Not going to say anything. Not going to say anything. Okay, so 12%. That is pitch black. Poured out like motor oil, Hershey syrup, whatever you want to say. There's legs, sheets around the glass from swirling it. Absolutely no head. I didn't go like super aggressive with the pour, but I guess there's just gonna be no head. Hold it up to light. Yeah, you can't see through it. It's fucking staining the glass. Holding up to light, it's very noticeable. It's like this dark brown stain all around. That looks absurd. Let's get a nose. Kyle, one of my favorite friends here in the beer tubing community. He needs this beer because just off the nose, the vanilla is fantastic. It's like so, it's the predominant note in the nose, but it's so vibrant and it's so intense that if he said he couldn't smell the vanilla, I don't know what's wrong with you, Kyle. I love you, Kyle. Anyway, holy fuck. It is one of the most intense beers that I've had in a long time when it comes to vanilla. Like, it is crazy how vanilla forward this nose is. Holy shit. Oh my God. There's an umami character here. A touch of like a soy sauce, but huge barrel age presence. Like, there's a ton of like bourbon, like / whiskey. I don't know. Clearly the barley wine's almost 2 years aged. The Imperial Stout over 2 years aged. They call it barrel aged, basically stout wine or like blended beer. You could also call this a black barley wine, like a lot of like Anchorage does. But oh my God, like every time I go back, there's something else. I was gonna be like, start talking about the barrel, but like molasses, caramel, toffee, caramelized sugar, brown sugar. Holy fucking this. Smells like a pecan pie minus the pecans. How dumb does that sound? Real dumb. Like almost like creme brulee. All right, so anyway, back to the barrels. Like it has like a very pronounced, spirit kind of character, and it's spicy, it's sweet. Holy fuck. Like, I just want to get lost in this. This nose. I'm going to say right now, this might be the best nose I've ever had on a beer that I've reviewed. There's fudgy chocolate, dark fruits, like a chocolate covered cherry, chocolate covered raisinettes. Those bullseye candies with the vanilla and the caramel. If those came like in terms of like if you could take those bullseye candies and like make them chocolate covered, like that's what this is. It smells absolutely fucking amazing. This is going to be a long review. I know it because I like to A, talk a lot, and B, this beer deserves it based on everything I'm smelling. It smells fucking bonkers. Like, I can't, like, whatever. We're going to get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again to Sierra Hotel. Also, a little condensation on the side of the glass. This was out of my darker beer fridge at 54 degrees Fahrenheit, probably into like the 56, 57, 58 range now. I think it's perfect drink temperature. Anyway, thanks again, Sierra Hotel. Cheers, everyone. Oh my God. I wish there's crickets outside right now, so it just wasn't dead air and silent. Oh, I'm going back in for another sip. That first sip was gnarly. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, I wish I wasn't reviewing this beer right now. Does that make any sense to anybody? Like, I wish I was just drinking this by myself, just enjoying a movie, watching some sports, just chilling. This is fuck a 5 out of, this is like a 6 out of 5. Like, the math doesn't make sense, but this is, this might be the best beer that I've ever reviewed on my channel. We're talking 2,100-ish beer reviews and 6+ years. And this is fucking immaculate. Like, there's really no words to describe this. All right, so fuck it. Let's review this as best as I can because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Body, mouthfeel. Body is the fullest of fullest bodies. Just like the other Pulpit Rock beer and the WeldWorks Media Noche that are reviewed over at FLX Beer Review, Dan and Mike on their channel, you're chewing the beer. It's so thick and syrupy. It's unreal. They probably boiled this for a long time. Then they did the blend and everything. It's fucking just absurd. The mouthfeel. There is a mild carbonation, mild to moderate carbonation, but it's very soft, smooth, somewhat creamy on the palate. Just fucking awesome mouthfeel. Body's better than the mouthfeel, but like they're both awesome. And then the taste. The taste, this is going to be like a 20+ minute review because I don't know where to go with the taste. Let me just say, I'm not going to go front to back because I don't think everything's hitting me in stages like it does in a normal review. On the palate, there is fudgy brownie batter. 100%. A fudgy brownie batter. Like, there's no other way to explain it. There's caramelized sugars from brown sugar to molasses to caramel to toffee. It has like a creme brulee kind of feeling to it. It's a very sweet, rich, decadent beer, no doubt, but it's not cloying. And excuse me, each sip is just superb. Excuse me, carbonated, I guess, but you can't really tell on the palate. The barrel aged presence to this one is more of like that peppery, spicy, sweeter kind of bourbon. And I am on the finish getting this very dry, like oak tannin dryness, which usually I'm like, I fucking hate that. Just give me a light, like oak tannin kind of feeling. I don't give a shit in this beer because the rest of the palate is fantastic. There's also like a slight like mild like coffee roast, very slight like roasted malt quality in general. From the barley wine portion, there's this underlying, again, chocolate covered raisins, like raisinets, chocolate covered like plums, the bullseye candies that they were chocolate covered. There's an insane amount of vanilla from front to back too. That's why, you know, you could say almost like a chocolate cake with a vanilla kind of like middle, right? Or like a vanilla custard. It's wild. Again, has a nice kind of like semi to full-on dryness and more oak tannin. There's a very mild bitterness as a whole, but this is a rich, decadent beer that you kind of expect going into it based on what they're saying. The barrel agings here, you know, you get a little bit of the barley wine and the stout. What would I say if I was doing this blind? I could tell it's a blended beer. Probably not. Maybe I would just think those dark fruits are just, you know, because it's just such an insane beer that's like, you know, I would think this is a stout of some sort just based on the look, but. There's also like a little bit of like a tart cherry in here. Very slight like tart cherry kind of feeling to it. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking phenomenal. This is phenomenal. The other Pulpit Rock beer I had, which was their like pastry stout with pecans and stuff, that was amazing. The mouthfeel was fucking, or the body was fantastic, just like this. But this is another level. This is like, okay, I get why Pulpit Rock gets the praise they out of the two beers I had that I think they deserve. The mouthfeel and the body on this one, specifically the body, is fantastic. Then the flavors they're super complex. They have a depth of flavor. It's rich. It's decadent. This is the definition of a barrel aged, like almost like pastry beer that is still somewhat drinkable. My preference would still be to share this with other people because I think other people should try something like this. But I'm not angry that I'm being selfish in this situation. 12%, yeah, I know it's 12%. Here's the crazy fucking thing. There's almost no warming in my chest. I know that sounds wild. Nothing on the palate. The reason I know this is like a big beer is because the body and mouthfeel indicate, like, unless this is a smoothie sour or something, or a slushy sour, like that mouthfeel and that body is hard to replicate in something that's not super imperialized. Like, and this is, you know, I can tell it's 12% because of that, but it hides the alcohol beautifully. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I got to do it just because OCD, but Alle Sammen, collaboration between Pulpit Rock, Dimensional, and Marto, like, this is a fucking 35 out of 5. Like, this is a perfect beer for what they're going for. And, you know, when Sierra Hotel told me about Pulpit Rock and their bodies and mouthfeels and just what they do with beers, he's like, they're the best in the stout game that I've had. And I had that first one. I was like, okay, I see what you're saying, even though that one wasn't like, you know, 5 out of 5 and just the best I've ever had. And then I drink something like this that I've been saving, and it is exactly what he's basically talking about. Like, I see why people seek this brewery out when it comes to these big fucking behemoth beers. Like, I get it. And if I was in Decorah, Iowa, and I could get to the brewery, I would definitely go to some releases and get some of their stuff because this is phenomenal beer. And right now, I can safely say I've had some amazing beers already this year. We're almost at the halfway point of 2024. This is the best beer that I've had in 2024. Hands down. This is fucking phenomenal. This is exactly what I was hoping for when I drank this today. Price point availability, I have no fucking idea. So Sierra Hotel or anybody who drinks Pulpit Rock stuff or anybody in the know, let me know. For a beer like this, this is a 12.7 fluid ounce bottle, so a 375 milliliter. Because of how delicious this is, I would have no problems paying $20 a bottle for that. Now, if it's in like the $25 to $30 range, probably not. I don't think I could pay over like $20 to $25. Now, luckily, I didn't buy it. Fucking Sierra Hotel was gracious enough to send me a bottle, but like that would be a lot of. You're talking a couple bucks an ounce. That's crazy. But I just gave it a crazy score. So I don't know. Availability, like I said, I have no idea. I would imagine pretty sure this is like brewery only. And I think they have the app, the Onzer app or Onzer app, ONZR, and they probably had this maybe 1 or 2 bottles per person, whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna shut this down because I have no idea what to say right now other than this is the best beer I've had this year. Might be the best beer I've had in the last year and a half. It's fucking blowing me away, and I'm kind of disappointed that once I drink the rest of this, I have no more because it's that good. And I'm gonna be feeling good. I'm already feeling good. So if you've had this one before, which I'm sure a lot of you haven't, but if you have, post in the comment section. Did you have anything else from Pulpit Rock? What's your favorite, barrel aged stout wine or black barley wine or whatever you want to call it? This is definitely up there. I could be coerced into thinking that the blend, like the barrel here, could be like a wine barrel, cognac, something that isn't just straight bourbon. Because again, I'm getting a little of that like tart cherry, maybe even it's like a tart grape, something. I don't know. There's not a ton of information on this. It's just blended. But I don't know. I'm shutting it down. Sorry for the longer review in which I said a lot of nothing. But like when a beer just kind of blows me away like this, it doesn't happen often. When it does, it's fantastic. Like, yeah. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, Air Hotel, for all the beers you've sent my way over the past year. But this is the best of the bunch, and it's not even close. And I'm glad that you were gracious enough to share this one with me because I will not forget that. So huge thanks to Sierra Hotel. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Till the next one. Cheers.